In the last decades of the 20th century, the world's economic map was redrawn. Factories were closed in the north and sweatshops open in the south. Peasants were forced off their land, family farms replaced by agricultural companies, small businesses wiped out by giant chain stores. Towns and regions died away as waves of economic refugees came looking for work in the capitals of economic power. A few companies grew very rich, and most of us grew poor. In North America, politicians from Canada, the United States, and Mexico signed a treaty to make these economic changes permanent. This treaty was called NAFTA, and it became law on January 1st, 1994.
Hermanos y hermanas, nosotros somos indígenas y representamos al Ejército Zapatista de Liberación Nacional que se alzó en armas en contra del Supremo Gobierno y que mantiene en alto sus banderas de democracia, libertad y justicia para todos los mexicanos. Nosotros somos guerreros, somos los últimos de una generación de hombres y mujeres cuya encomienda colectiva ha sido el ser guardián y corazón de nuestros pueblos.
I just wanted to say that there's some really violent people over there inside the security perimeter. They're the 34 leaders of this hemisphere. People like George Bush, Vicente Fox, Jacques Chrétien. So if you want to say hi to them, go straight. If you want to go...
Una de las cosas que implicaría o que significaría sería la pérdida de la soberanía de las naciones y también una violación a los derechos humanos, el derecho a la salud, el derecho a la educación, los derechos colectivos, los derechos laborales y dejar que el llamado libre mercado de las grandes empresas transnacionales se encarguen de repartir la riqueza, que va a llevar más bien a un empobrecimiento y a un control de la economía en muy pocas manos de las grandes empresas transnacionales.
Capital and jobs can move and shift so fast. A town can be booming one day and tomorrow it's closed. You know, working people are very vulnerable to the whims of the corporate giants. There's no money for relocation, there's no money for retraining. Their benefits are tied into their workplace, so their health care is affected. Every fiber of their family is affected by the way these trade agreements are.
We have experienced the shit from NAFTA. April 20th is the day that we start taking our nations back, our countries back.
We walked, and in every place the war looked different. In some places it killed with bullets and bombs, in others with hunger and neglect. In some places it worked through global institutions and agencies, in others through local thugs and profiteers. Corporate globalization, neoliberalism, empire. The logic that this violence served was called different things in different places, but everywhere it was the same. It was fragmentation, isolation, fear. It was the rule of money and the market extending itself over every inch of the planet and every aspect of our lives. We walked, and days came that ripped these streets open. Days when the war was not a story they told us. Days when the war was here, under our feet.
What we are against is trade at any cost.
This is not about trade. This is about a corporate constitution.
We're pitted to be pitted against each other in a race to the bottom. Who will accept the most miserable working conditions?
Well, 200 years ago, we established a principle in this country that ultimate political authority does not reside in the king or the president or the Constitution or the Supreme Court or the Congress. Ultimate political authority, sovereignty, resides in we the people.
I don't want to lose democracy for my children, for my grandchildren. And the way the WTO is set up, we're losing it. And if we don't all stand up, we're going to lose it.
We're on our way to be near the convention center, try and prevent today's meeting from taking place.
So you're in the lockdown crew?
I'm taking part in that, yes.
Okay. Why do you feel that a strategy like a lockdown is important? Why do you think this is the right way to go?
I think it does two things. One is that we're actually physically standing in the way of what's going to happen today, and that's important for us to do. And second of all, it demonstrates that people are willing to both go outside of the boundaries and put themselves at risk, and that they feel this is really important, and that's something that people around the world need to know, that this is a very serious thing.
Human need our corporate greed. Human need our corporate greed. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Still they won't either. We don't have a vote. Still they won't either.
What's going on here today?
We're demonstrating the WTO. We're trying to shut it down.
What do you mean shut it down?
Well, right now we're blockading the entranceway that most of the delegates are trying to get in. So we're literally trying to shut down the meeting.
Valiant direct action is to have our voices be heard and hopefully stop this meeting from happening so they can do no more harm.
Well, why don't you just write a letter to your congressperson?
Doesn't work. Let's get real.
Some people should write letters. I think letters have their place. Letters are good. It's not the only thing you need to do. Some people have taken it into their own hands to stand in front of the machine of so-called progress.
So what's going on here today? We're shutting down the WTO. What do you think?
Well, I think the value of direct action should be concrete. We should do things that aren't symbolic, but rather accomplish things here and now. Directly shut something down, or at least cause so much financial damage that our message gets to the CEOs.
What's your message?
Our message is that commodification of life is wrong, dominionism is wrong, capitalism is wrong, and that all beings desire freedom. I gotta go.
The plan is to take Seattle and have fun with it, I guess.
What's the WTO all about?
It's all about greed. It's all about, look at these kids up here. They got a sign up that says, don't trade our future. For these young kids in the street today, it's about their future being traded off by corporations who frankly don't give a shit what happens to them. That's what it's about. That's what people are fed up with it. They understand it.
Cayó la luna, se apaga el farol.
Did you feel it too that day in the streets of Genoa, the hot sun and 200,000 of us? And you took my hand saying, welcome home, while we spoke in scraps of English, Spanish, Italian. They ripped you free from the land and history. They built walls around you. They made your life into a lonely compromise and turned you into an accomplice in their violence.
But it is a new world, so let us begin again. Make your home here with us in the street. Tonight, they may take these streets back. They may disperse us again. They may even beat and jail our bodies. But then they will have our bodies. They will not have our obedience.